welcome to the Pink Parlay. It's your fine asshole Smiley, and welcome to the show. As y'all see today, I have my boy Calvin
in the building.
in the motherfucking parlay. And thank you for coming through, by the way. I appreciate that.
Of course.
I also like to thank y'all for tuning in. If y'all have subscribed to the Pink Parlay channel, make sure you do that right now. I have new and exciting parlays every Sunday, 8 p.m. PST. Back to you. I want to thank you for pulling up. I see you doing your thing with the Just Business podcast.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. We've been putting in a lot of work. Putting in a whole lot of work, yeah. And it's now it's time for the fruits of our labor to actually start showing.
Oh, yeah. So, and you just getting started and you doing some numbers, getting motherfuckers stirred up.
Yeah, I appreciate that. It was a lot of motherfuckers out here talking shit, and I had to show these niggas. It took a while. It took a good year, took a good 2 years, but that's what business is.
Yeah, I would say that's like a golden number. Like, if you should start seeing some traction in about a year of your podcast.
Yeah, you see.
If it's something decent.
Yeah, you'll start seeing traction by like year 1 or 2 if you're really consistent in putting in that work.
Yeah.
By years 3, 4, and 5, that's when you're really gonna start seeing shit really materialize.
I'm hoping like 10K followers by then and all that good shit, even more.
Easy.
Yeah, I'm like halfway there, so.
Yeah, you've been doing your thing. Like what I want to say from a marketing standpoint, your marketing is so outlandish that it's gonna bring them people in. They're gonna be coming in the door just to see what's up with Pink Parlay, for sure. Okay. I can see that from marketer to marketer.
Okay. I do be seeing them peeping. They don't be always speaking, but they're peeking. I be seeing the little views and shit.
Yeah, they gonna peek, but it don't matter. All them analytics, they go to the main goal.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I feel like you haven't introduced yourself to the world. Like me being a podcaster, that's how I started. I've shared my whole life story.
Yeah.
So I kind of just feel like it's only right to have my guests share a little bit about themselves. So, ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
All right. So where are you from and where you representing?
Well, my name's Calvin Mills. I'm from Compton, California. Okay. Born and raised.
All right, dude.
Moved to LA, went to Crenshaw High School, went to Washington. I kicked out a few high schools and shit, being bad.
You was bad?
Kind of, yeah, kind of. I wouldn't even necessarily say like I was bad. I just never followed no rules, so that's all I wanted to.
Okay.
I was one of them type of people.
Okay, that's probably why you're entrepreneur.
Yeah. I was one of the people who I'll have an A like in math, A in English, just because I like them classes, and I'll be following the rest because I don't even fuck with it. That type of shit. Or if I like the teacher, I'll be in there getting the A. Outside of that, I ain't going. I was one of them type of kids.
I was kind of the same way, ain't gonna lie. I was bad if I didn't like the teacher, but I liked the teacher, I was good.
Yeah. One of them type of things.
Okay.
I didn't like doing stuff I didn't want to do, basically.
So I see that you are an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So where did that entrepreneur spirit start at for you as a kid? What was maybe your first business move that you did growing up?
My first business move? When I was in middle school, actually, I probably saw like in 6th, 7th grade, like I always had waves. Like my waves used to be spinning. Like they still is. But back in the day, I used to always come to school with a wave cap on, different color wave caps and all that shit. And I'll do the unveiling. Before niggas was doing that shit on social media,
yeah,
me and the homies was already doing that shit at school, you feel me?
Okay.
So once I started doing that, niggas liked my waves so much, they wanted to start buying my wave caps. So, yeah, so
were they special like that?
No. Yeah, I guess they assumed because my waves was so deep that they was going to get that too, but no, it wasn't nothing special about it, but that's business, so that's marketing, you feel me?
Exactly.
It's the same thing with clothes. A lot of that shit is made in the same factory with the same threads and the same material, but you put a logo on it or you put a business name on it and it's something different.
Yeah.
So it wasn't nothing different, but that was probably like my first little... I don't really sell like chips and snacks and shit. Niggas was coming for the wave cap.
Yeah, that was me. I was definitely the chip and snack girl.
Chips
and all
and snacks,
that. Yeah. Lanyards too. So yeah, I always was a hustler my damn self.
Okay, yeah, I like that. So I waited till I got older to start selling chips and snacks.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day it was a wave cap.
Okay. So you started like you was an adult selling chips and candy, or you played out a little bit?
Well, right now, my original business, my founding business is Mills Enterprise.
Okay.
Yeah, so there we selling, chips, snacks, all that type of shit. I got my daughter. Yeah, I got my daughter involved with the gumball machines and shit. So she sell the gumball machines, candy and all that.
That's fun.
So nobody's still an adult to kind of get into that type of stuff.
Okay, so like how did vending machines business start for you? Did it start with just one vending machine, or how did you get into that?
Basically, shoot, during the pandemic, I was at home just like everybody else, getting a little bread from Trump, and I was trying to see, what could I get into. As I was taking my online courses, I ran into one about vending machines. So I'm taking the course. I'm like, this is good. Like this seems lucrative, and we all see vending machines everywhere, but we don't know nothing about the business behind it.
Exactly.
So I started learning about it. So I'm like, oh yeah, I want to try this. Got my first vending machine, and then I'll tell y'all too, it ain't just that easy. I didn't secure my first location until maybe like a year of me trying to find a location, trying to get it right. Because I secured a few locations, but then they pulled out on me. Like the day of, or maybe like a week or so beforehand and shit. Stuff like that happens. It's just business. Yeah, that's the part I worry about. It's like, where would I actually put the vending machine? That's the most important part. Where you want to put it is, you want to put it anywhere that has more than at least like 30 employees. Always tell people to start off with 30 to 50 employees because that's a good start off for a beginner. Because once you master how to manage one location with 30 to 40 employees, then you can go get a bigger location that got 100 plus. Because at 100 plus, you're going to be having to do a whole lot more. You're going to be probably having to go restock the machine daily. And as soon as you leave an empty spot in there, you can be one empty spot. You leave one empty spot in there, and that's their favorite snack. They already calling looking for another vendor. So you gotta be on top of that shit. Oh, they get mad like that. Yeah. See, I never took it that seriously. Like my snack could get stuck, all type of shit. I'll just be like, well. These people take that shit very seriously. They'll be trying to replace your ass in a heartbeat. Damn. Your dollar get stuck, or they snack get stuck. They're trying to tip your shit over. All that shit. Like this shit not easy. Damn, has your machines vandalized? My machine personally has not been vandalized, but I've had some people that I've talked to that I've helped out, and they've came back to me like, damn, they keep shaking the machine. This person got their shit tipped over and all that type of shit, and I just tell them like, you need to talk to the owner about their employees. Right. Put your stickers up with a saying that, hey, there's a camera and we will prosecute or sue, just kind of deter that shit. But if it's a problem, just pull it and move it. Because there's plenty of locations out here where people don't act like that, but sometimes it's like that. It's a hazard of business. You can lose money doing that shit, but hey, it's a part of the business. Is there insurance though involved so that can kind of protect you a little bit? You can get insurance on your vending machines, and I actually would suggest doing that shit. It don't cost that much. You can go to vendors like Next that'll that you can pay monthly, like $25 to get insurance on your vending machine, or you can go as far as going to State Farm or going to one of them. They'll insure your vending machine too if you talk to an underwriter. Okay. Because sometimes they won't want to do it, especially with everything that's going on with insurance right now. Mm. But yeah, if you go in and you go talk to an underwriter, you can go get your vending machines insured, and that's a good thing too. Because let's say you got 10 vending machines, you got them insured, and you want to pull some money and go start another business or go do something else. Go take that, go go pull that shit with the insurance on there. Get that liquid cash and then go do what you need to do. Just know that you pulling that cash, you gotta pay that shit back though. And that's how motherfuckers get rich. Yeah, for real. Keep doing that. Yeah, just keep putting back into the business. Yeah, that's what these rich people are doing. That's how they're retiring. They're not waiting on their fucking 401k. And I want to tell people that shit too. Like, unless honestly, in 2025, unless your employer is matching your 401k, it's almost not worth it. Because you can just save that money yourself. Because all they're doing in that 401k is they're putting your 401k in the S&P fund, S&P 500 fund. You can do that yourself. You can do that shit yourself. Yeah, go to Charles Schwab or you go to one of them. Mm-hmm. Go get you an account and go put your money away. Are you banking with Charles Schwab? Yeah. I looked into them because I know they have like free international fees. It's like a lot of good perks they have with that bank. But like I was like, oh, okay. You wanna go to a Charles Schwab over like let's say like a Robin Hood or something like that, because if you go to like a Robin Hood or one of them, when you create that fund, you have to pay a management fee. And you think that 1% management fee is nothing, But when you're investing it over time and you built it up to a big amount, 1% on $500,000 is a lot of money. Yeah. For a nigga that didn't put $1 into it. Mm-hmm. So it's best to watch it earn your leisure or something like that to at least get the basics. This shit not hard. Yeah. It's not hard to understand. But definitely have to educate yourself too before getting into any business venture. Got to. Yeah, that's where a lot of I think entrepreneurs go wrong. Yeah. Yeah. And I don't even think them be the real entrepreneurs. The real entrepreneurs, they don't put that work in. Yeah. And they don't mind putting the work in because they love that shit. Yeah. It be the niggas that want to get into this shit because on a business venture. Yeah, like they want a passion project or some shit like that. Yeah, yeah. They want to get into podcasting. Yeah, they want to get into podcasting because they feel like what they have to say is just so engaging. Yeah. Nigga, no. Or they talk a lot or whatever the case may be. Yeah. Everyone wants a podcast, So I think it's hard, too, in the industry because there is so many podcasters that came out. So it's definitely a market that is, I think, difficult to survive in. I think we're doing an amazing job. So yeah, we are. Yeah. You're definitely doing an amazing job because it's so difficult. And some people don't like when I say this shit, but I don't give a fuck. I'll be glad when a lot of you niggas fall in your face. Because y'all come in here, y'all come in the podcast and this shit, y'all come in the business and shit, think shit's sweet and it's not. Nigga, you gotta put in the work. And not only that, then you gotta compete with a nigga like me. Nigga, I'm working every single day. All day. It is a 24/7 nonstop grind. Yeah, niggas be repeating that little meme like, oh well, I became an entrepreneur when I found out it don't take an hour to make $20. Nigga, it's probably gonna take you a year or 2 or 3 to learn how to sell this product so that you're making more than $20 an hour. Oh yeah, for sure. So it's a trade-off. Which one do you want to do? Yeah, you got to figure out your direction, your target audience. I mean, it was so much I had to learn in just my first year. So I think now going into my second year, I'm like now understanding my target market, like my direction, what I'm trying to do here, and my podcast has brought so many great people my way to help me like choose what my direction is. So that's dope. Yeah, on top. Yeah. That's the thing too. People understand. People will be more inclined to help you out if you're putting in the work yourself. True. If they see you putting in the work, they're gonna come in. They want to get involved too, because everybody wants to work with a hard worker. Yeah. They don't want to work with somebody that's just sitting there with their hand out, waiting on you to help them. Mm-hmm. That's just real shit. But a lot of people just sitting there with their hand out, help me. I want to start a podcast. I want to start a business. Yeah. And I always ask them, okay, well, what have you done so far? What work have you put in? What's stopping you? Do you even know what name you gonna name your podcast? Do you have like the logo? Like we could just start from the basics. Do that first, and then we could get into the next steps. But do you even know what you're getting into? Did you educate yourself? Because this is more than just talking on a microphone. Do you even know what microphone you need to get? It's just all those little things that you need to kind of know so that because I feel like even with me starting my podcast with a banner, in a hotel room. I still feel like the audio quality was good because at least I did the research on that end. Yeah. So. Yeah, you don't even, if you want to put in the work, you don't even need a whole lot to start, but you just need to start so that you know what the hell you need. You don't need the fancy shit. I'm telling you, if you educate yourself and learn your audio tweaks and stuff like that, you could really use a basic, you could use your headphones with the built-in mic. Yeah, you really want to start people doing that shit. Yeah, and they already got a large following. Yeah, I've been seeing so many people do that shit, and those are the people who are actually willing to put in the fucking work. Yeah, a little bit of nothing. But then you have people that want to have this glamorous set and everything, and I know that may be what you want, but sometimes you got to start from somewhere. Yep. Yeah. So use what you got. And I'll tell people that too. It's the people with the more raw setup that actually get more attention and traction than the people with the fancy shit. Well, I think the fans like seeing the build up, especially the ones that's rocking with you from day one and seeing the growth in you. That's dope. They coming with you on a journey. It's because the world don't know who you are. It's this is a motherfucker like me just starting some shit. People fuck with that. That's authentic. Exactly. Yeah. It's more relatable opposed to a nigga that got $1,000. I'm just giving $100,000 production and shit like that. You can't relate to that
unless you got it like that. If you already got it like that, you come from wealth, and that's just your background, so you could just come flexing on them like that. Then cool.
Yeah, like if you Drewski or some shit, then okay, cool.
People want to come in like just regular niggas from the hood, but trying to be on a Drewski status, and it's like even Drewski didn't even start
Drewski
as where
for
he
sure
is
didn't
now.
start. Drewski, to a lot of people, it seemed like Drewski came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, for me, he kind of did. Yeah, when he started in his viral moments, I didn't follow him from the beginning.
Yeah. That's what it be, cause you gotta put that work in first, and then you go do that big shit. You feel me? Cause you gotta build that audience, and you gotta take them with you. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah, since we're talking about podcasts, let's get into the Just Business podcast. Yeah. What made you want to get into podcasting? So basically, with Mills Enterprise, I was in about year 3, and I was into my second pivot, which was going from, because what I was doing beforehand with vending was I was doing like fix and flip, kind of like with the houses and shit. Okay. You buy it as is. You put a little money into it for rehab, and then you go sell it for retail. Yeah. Which is cool. You make some decent ass money with that shit. But I wanted to pivot more into the long term. I want to go buy one of them businesses from a baby boomer that's ready, that's trying to get out. That already got 10 locations. That's already ready to go. Yeah. But that takes a larger amount of money, and that's gonna take a whole lot longer, which is cool. So I decided to structure the Mills Enterprise business as my retirement plan. Okay. We're gonna get these locations. We're gonna start to buy up some of these smaller vending businesses that's going out of business that already got their shit in order. That's gonna be the retirement plan. Now we need something for the day to day. And then not only that, we need marketing. We need to get the word out about what the fuck we got going on. That's how Just Business came along. Okay. That's basically the marketing not only for my business, but just small businesses, period. Okay. That's dope. So I know you are about just your business and marketing out there. Yeah. And I feel like that was maybe like your main focus. But I feel like there has been a little shift that I noticed in you as far as like becoming more controversial, very opinionated on your views on maybe like big women and things like that. What made you want to get into being a little bit more controversial with your Just Business? Because I want to show me more. Okay. That was all. If anybody that knows me and has been knowing me for a while, this is me. Okay. The only difference is there's a microphone and a camera now, so everybody can see it. You feel me? So that's literally the only difference. And kind of like what we were talking about earlier. Mm-hmm. You try to put people on, or you bring people on, and they don't got the energy. They don't got that same energy that you got, because you're the entrepreneur. You want to put in the work every day, so you got the passion already. For sure. Other niggas don't got that shit, so I had to transition from trying to promote niggas that's not even ready to promote myself, because I'm ready. I'm ready to put the work in, and I'm ready to stand on whatever I got to say and really stand on business. What we talking about? I'm gonna stand on everything I say. A lot of niggas don't do that shit. A lot of niggas is not like that. Yeah. They scared. They scared to state their opinion and stand on it. Nah, I'm gonna stand on my opinion. I'm about what I say. So I know you were podcasting with another group of guys. Mm-hmm. Are you still doing that currently? No, it's just me. It's just big me. Is that also why you're able to speak more freely now and just kind of just be like, this is me, authentic, I don't give a fuck? 100%, because because for one, I don't have people over talking me and over talking the guests. Not everybody is as media trained as me, because I've been doing this for a while. I've been doing this 2 years. Yeah. I've been on other people's podcasts and all that other type of shit. So I'm a little bit media trained, to where I know when we got a guest on, we shouldn't be talking more than them. You shouldn't be cutting them off. You need to be paying attention to the shit that we're saying to them, so you're not asking the same type of questions. You feel me? Yeah. And the listeners hear that shit. It sounds horrible. Yeah, it does. Because I sit there. Yeah, I sit there after every show. I ask for feedback. I ask everybody, give me feedback, because I want to be better. Mm-hmm. I always want to be better. Okay. And when I can't sit across from a grown ass man and be like, look, you need to tweak this a little bit. You need to do this a little bit differently and all this other type of shit. Yeah. But my name is on the LLC. I'm paying for all the studio time. I'm the one getting us out here and shit. Right. I'm just getting opposition from you like you a fucking kid. No, we're not doing that. And then too, with certain niggas, it's like it's certain messages that I want to get across. You feel me?
Yes.
So
like, I'm looking at your face right now because we watching the podcast right now. You just looking like nigga, like
that's exactly how I was feeling, honestly. Because like, that was probably episode 6 or 7.
Okay.
And for the 4th time, we're talking about your granny and you crying on a woman's shoulder. Like, come on now, I'm all for a man expressing himself, you know, and all that type of shit. But that's not my brand. That's not what the fuck I represent. Right. You feel me? You a grown ass man. Yeah. To me, you shouldn't be crying unless somebody just died or something. Right. Outside of that, you need to be a strong man for these women in your life to bounce their emotions off of. Mm-hmm. How they gonna do that when you sitting there crying on their shoulder? That is crazy when you're the host and yeah. Oh yeah, like no, it's only so much of that I can take. I don't mix well with emotional niggas. I'm just not. That's just not me. Yeah. So that was really what it is. Just, and it was kind of just a forced mix that just didn't work. Mm-hmm. Then I sat back and I looked in the mirror. I'm like, nigga, you got this. Yeah. And you better than both of these niggas put together. I just felt like, you know, as a team, you know, you can get a whole lot further. Yeah. But with the right team. You do need the right team. And sometimes your team will just hold you back. Honestly, if you are capable of doing shit on your own, you really could get far on your own. Correct. So, and that's how I was feeling after a while. I felt like niggas a little bit kind of holding me back. I didn't want to talk about granny and the emotional shit every episode and shit. I brought you on because you were a comedian. I need you to be funny, nigga. How the fuck am I more funny than you? And I'm not even a comedian. You feel me? Yeah. I got people that follow me on Facebook and shit, and they assume that I'm a comedian because I'm making them laugh every day. Yeah. But you're a comedian. The only thing that you for is crying on bitches' shoulders and shit. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Look, that's not what I represent. That's not what I'm on. Yeah. He got to just do his own thing, maybe. Yeah. He got his own emotional thing he want to address. Yeah, now on top of that, too, don't be sitting here bringing up your wife in one breath. But then you flirting with every guest we bring on in the next breath. Like, okay. We can't. So he wasn't being his true self. On camera, he's the faithful, committed, married man, but then off camera, he popping in at every bitch that comes through. Every fucking bitch. And we can't be doing that shit, bro. Like, that's fake. Because it be like, if you gonna be like that on camera, because that's actually lit. It's exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why I be trying to tell niggas, but. Yeah. Niggas be so afraid to be themselves and take on whatever backlash that come with it. Yeah, like just be yourself. That shit would have been fire if you would have came on and you was popping your shit. You'd have been like, yeah, I got a bitch at home, but should I probably take this bitch on tonight? What's up? Yeah, like nigga, be you. Yeah, like, don't be fake. I'm like, I don't like fake shit. Like, just it don't sit right with my spirit. Don't be fake around me because it's not gonna work for me. So that was kind of what was going on with that. Well, that was like the thing for me. Once I like been around like other podcasters, I would see the switch as soon as like everything would come on, or there was just a lot of cuts because they was fucking up or they really weren't that good. I'm just like, damn, or like they're not even telling the truth. Like they talking about we can't talk about this. I'm like, you can't even talk about 90% of your life. What the fuck we gonna talk about? Exactly. Like you gonna run out of shit to even say if you only sharing 10% of you. Like, so how far are you gonna get with that? So I mean that's dope that you can just be authentic and you just say, you know what, fuck it, like I'm gonna be on my own because people gonna respect that. Yeah, I'm gonna be me. Niggas gonna respect you for being you. You feel me? And then I don't like that shit neither. Our niggas do it. It's a whole lot of podcasters that put on the character for the camera. Yeah. That's why I feel like a lot of people do fuck with me because this ain't no fucking character. This is me, nigga. This is me. This is how I am. That's how I am every single day. Yep. I'm a hard nosed ass nigga. I'm not on no emotional shit. Am I in tune with my emotions? Yeah. Do I have empathy? For sure. But nigga, I'm gonna be a strong man for a woman. I'm not gonna be sitting here crying on your shoulder and shit. No, come cry on my shoulder. God gave us big broad shoulders for the woman to cry on our shoulders, not the other way around. Yes, I know you definitely define yourself as an alpha male, correct? Yeah, I would say that for sure. Okay. For sure. And I'm the leader of my family. So yeah, that ain't nothing more alpha than that. Yeah, for sure. I respect it. For sure. Yeah, because one thing I don't like is a man who tries to be an alpha male. Like the man that just got his chest poked out all the time. Like, I'm a man, you gonna do, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like men that do all that. Like, I like a man that's just being a man by his actions.
And a woman, any woman's gonna see that shit and they gonna respect it.
1,000.
Yeah.
Because women can see that shit from a mile away.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Deion Sanders said. Deion Sanders. He said he doesn't enter a room and try to be the man. He just is.
Exactly.
So that the moment that you come in and you try to be something, you're already admitting that you're not.
Right.
You don't gotta try, nigga. Just be you.
All right. I feel like, how you feel about an alpha female?
I feel like that's a made up ass term.
What? You can't be a alpha female, a strong alpha?
You could be a strong woman, but even that whole terminology, I feel like that's been toxic to black women. I mean, I feel like it's toxic to all women, but black women specifically suffer from that bad because they get into these whole I'm a strong black woman, I can do anything. Yeah. Okay, cool. So focus on being the best woman that you can be, not trying to be the best version of a male that you can be. You feel me? It's all that think like a man and all that shit is ass backwards. And it really sets a lot of women back because you shouldn't be trying to think like a man, you be thinking like a woman. But in 2025, being realistic, I mean, is it wise for a woman to not want to think like a man? Because I feel like it is kind of smart for a woman to move like a man with a certain dude, depending on who she's dealing with, really. Which a lot of these men, honestly, aren't much of shit. They're not really trying to commit. They're not really trying to, settle down. They have a commitment with you. So I feel like in that case, you do kind of have to think more like a nigga and just kind of lay back, be chill. Because I feel like most women, we get emotional. You feel me? We want to be attached, but that's not smart if you're not dealing with that dude that wants that. Like, so I don't know. I feel like you got to move a certain way depending on the dude that you're dealing with, and depending on the female who's probably been traumatized by these type of dudes. I feel like that's why she just moves that way because she's just so guarded. Like, so when you say think like a man, specifically, like what you mean by that? So I would think like a man, like let's say if I'm just like having a casual encounter with somebody, right? Like I'm not gonna be getting super involved with my feelings. Like I know a lot of women get emotional. They get some good dick, whatever. They meet a fine nigga that they into, whatever. Like they be in love. They want a commitment. This dude is not on none of that. This dude be at every club, every weekend, like a new bitch every weekend, got a line of bitches. He ain't on that type of time. Yeah. So then I feel like I'm dealing with this type of nigga and I already see how he move. I'm gonna think more like a nigga. Like, all right, like I'm gonna just be the homegirl. Like, what's up, nigga? Like, we gonna fuck or we not gonna fuck or whatever. So you feel like thinking like a man is basically moving without emotions for the most part. Yeah, I feel so. I agree with that. It's not to an extent. I agree with that to an extent because kind of like what we was talking about. You being a man, you shouldn't be operating in your emotions all the time. But that don't mean you gotta be a player. That don't mean you gotta just be out here, just fucking bitches and shit like that. I don't feel like that's necessarily thinking like a man. I just feel like that's just, what some niggas decide to do. Right. And honestly, that's not when I say think like a man. I mean be a real man. Be who you are. Let your word be your word, and stand on that shit. You feel me? So for me, being a man is just being a man. Take care of your fucking kids. Take care of your responsibilities, whatever those responsibilities may be, and get your fucking money up. Okay. That's it. You feel me? You don't necessarily got to be on no player shit. I want to fuck every bitch in the world. I ain't catching no feelings and all that shit. I personally feel like that's some immature shit. Yeah. That's what boys is out here doing. Yeah. A grown man probably want a woman at home. Yeah. You feel me? Nurturing him a little bit. Because this shit is hard to do by yourself, especially if you don't got a good woman behind you. So, do you like a woman that's providing to the household too? That's working, that's, paying some of the bills, going half, 50-50, whatever it is? I'll tell you this. To me, it works the absolute best when y'all work as a team. So there may be times, especially when you in the first couple of years of your business, you're not gonna be bringing in the money like that unless you just pop off, day one. But how many people really do that? Right. There's gonna be times where the first 1, 2, 3, 4, the first years where you probably not bringing in that much money. And if you're really focused in on your business, you're gonna need the bills still gonna be there. If your bitch got like that, let her bring in some money in. But when you get up, then make sure y'all up.
Mm-hmm.
That's the real shit about doing that shit. Don't just use that bitch as a stepping stone and step on that bitch when and you back up. No,
that's fucked up. A lot of motherfuckers do that, or they'll like be down with the black bitch or whatever, just to hold them down. And I feel like niggas get rich and come up, and then they go with the white girls or something.
I feel like
what's that about?
I feel like both of those moves is whack. A lot of niggas do that shit. However, this is what I will say. This is where a lot of women fuck up at. Because they'll get a nigga that's a good nigga, but right now he's doing bad. Or right now he's working on the beginning stages of his business. So he just ain't popping like that. Mm-hmm. And a bitch will kick him while he down. Yeah. So when he get up, of course he gonna leave your ass.
Well, I feel like not every bitch would do that. I feel like a bitch would be there and hold a nigga down, and I feel like a nigga would still get up and want to leave a bitch.
Some niggas will do that shit, but there's a lot of females that are kicking their while you down, and half of them don't even realize that they're doing it because they too deep into their emotions. They too deep into whatever's going on. It might be a hard time right now, and all you can see is the stress and the bills. You're not realizing that it's gonna take a little bit more time. It takes way more time for men to materialize than it does for women. You know why? Because y'all got men at y'all disposal. We ain't got that.
Right. Well, it gotta take like the partner to believe in your dream and be passionate about your dream like you are, I feel.
1000%.
And if your partner is not aligned with that or don't believe in your dream or think it's stupid or whatever the case is, it ain't gonna get far.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But about the 50-50 and all that type of shit, this is what I'll say. If you are a man, it would behoove you to be better than your woman in finances, education. For sure. Especially if you're trying to head a household and a family. Mm-hmm. Because I'm big on whoever's the best at this skill needs to be head of it. So with you being a man, you need to be better in your woman in finances and education. You need to be the one that's a fucking breadwinner, calling the fucking shots, leading your family in the right direction. There's nothing wrong with your woman making money. There's nothing wrong with your woman making a gang of money. There's nothing wrong with your woman making more money than you. Even if your woman is making more money than you, you still need to be man enough to steward that situation.
Does that still make you an alpha male though? Yep. If your woman is
if you're a real alpha man, it don't matter if your woman's making more money than you. Okay. Because the amount of money you're making doesn't dictate the leadership. You still a leader. You should be still a leader, whether your finance is up or not. Okay. Because if you got you a woman, and she makes a real good ass money, but you're still more savvy in finances, you're still more savvy in education, she's still gonna need to come to you for some leadership. She's still gonna need to come to you, hey babe, what should I do with this money? Where should we put it? Should we save it? Should we invest it? Should we put it on bills? What we doing? Nigga, that's still you.
You definitely have to have the knowledge to be able to lead.
That's why you need to lead.
Especially if you're dealing with a smart woman. Like, see, I'm smart, so I ain't gonna have no dumb nigga lead me ever. So if you a dumb nigga, it's kind of like...
A lot of niggas dumb.
A lot. Most niggas are dumb. Or just be talking. Yeah. Don't even know what they be talking about for real.
I be trying to give niggas the benefit of the doubt, but they be letting me down. Yeah. It be a lot of niggas. I got my cool circle of niggas that's real educated, because if you're not aligned with me, you're not gonna be in my circle. Mm-hmm. Most of my niggas is educated. They got businesses, they got degrees, they doing their thing.
I think that's wrong. I think that's what's wrong. I think especially with the black community too. I think men get frustrated because they're not leading properly, but it's like they really don't even have the mentality, the smarts, the knowledge to even lead. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's all be shit.
You're beating bitches up and shit, trying to get a bitch to listen to you. It's like, man,
that's all I be telling niggas, like, what you getting mad at your bro for? What does your resume look like? Yeah. How convincing is your resume? Let's look at your resume. Have you headed a household before? What does your home look like? What do you look like? How you even be taking care of yourself? Yeah. Why the fuck would this bitch listen to you? For what? But a lot of bitches too, they hold on to that potential. They'll be sitting there with a nigga for 5, 6, 7 years and be like, one day you gonna be that nigga. But he done showed you he a bullshit ass nigga for 6, 7 years straight. Bingo. Some gotta give.
That's what's wrong with women. I think women always like see a man and want to fix them and want to build them up and make them this, and like you can't do that to nobody. You can't change nobody, you know. So, cause I damn sure don't want to cut in my life trying to change me. That's an immediate turn on.
I know it's not. I know it's not polite to ask a woman's age, but how young are you?
I'm 32.
Okay. So for niggas at 32, you should somewhat at least have your shit together. At least somewhat.
Oh, I don't though. Shit, it's hard out here for niggas.
No, when I say someone got their shit together, what you mean? You got a roof over your head.
Yeah.
You got a business. You educated. You doing your thing. You're doing something.
What about the roof is the mama's house?
So
okay,
you got a roof. You got a roof over your head. You got some money on. You got some money in your savings account. You progressing. All right then. That's all that matters.
What if he's staying at his mama's house, but he spent all his money on getting flies so he can go to the club every weekend? There's a lot of niggas like that.
He's an idiot.
Okay.
So why would you fuck with that nigga like that? Now, if you got you a nigga, that's, let's say 32, 33, 34, whatever the case may be. Okay, maybe got him a decent job. Or maybe got him a business that he's trying to start up, but he's still at home with his moms. Fuck with that nigga. Because probably in 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years, when that business pop off, he probably gonna be buying his mama house and your ass too, if you stay down. Yeah, that's how I am. Like, I like a man that's driven. Like, I'm not gonna deal with just like a bum just because I'm not. But if I can see that we don't have to be rich either. It's just I have to see that you're working on something. You have some drive to get some type of paper. Yeah, because I fuck with that constant drive for the paper, the money gonna materialize. Then you can get lucky. You can get lucky just by being in the fucking game. But just like you said, niggas get frustrated and they crash out. Niggas just crash out dummies because that's all they fucking see. That's all they see on in music. It's all they see on the TV, and their dad's running around to show them that instead of crashing out, why don't you do this? Why don't you win with success, nigga? See, especially nowadays, I feel like people are hit with that reality because people see people's viral moments and it seems like they came up overnight and they just did it like this. So when people see like, damn, I just started this shit and ain't nobody even looking at my shit. Like there's people with like gang of followings and all that started a podcast and got about 20 views and like thought they would probably get more than that. And you know, it's humbling for a lot of people. You know, I'm glad you brought that up too because I've talked to quite a few people who got some large ass pages and are not seeing the same type of traction. And that's because the game changed. That's why you need to be a student of the game. Don't think, especially right now, don't think just because you got 10, 20K on Instagram and on Facebook that you're going to get a whole bunch of traction. It ain't like that. The game changed. Nigga, study the game. The CEO of Instagram literally goes on Instagram and posts content damn near every day, letting you know what's working, letting you know we're showing this type of content because people are interested in it. It's not the hashtags, it's not all that other shit. You need to be posting stuff that's real niche and that's real to the interest of the people that's looking for it, and we'll put it in front of you. That's currently where I'm at. The game changed. You got to be a student of the game to see what the fuck is going on. Yep. All these CEOs out here is talking. It ain't just us with the podcast that's just getting started. No, these big CEOs. I just watched Mark Zuckerberg on the goddamn podcast talking about Facebook and shit. Yeah. They out here talking and getting out the information that's out there if you really want to get that. I mean, there's tons of tips and videos you can watch too. Even under Instagram and all the tools, like they have all types of shit that will help you in monetization and. Yeah. Even TikTok. TikTok, they got their own little TikTok little course and shit that you can take. YouTube too. They got that shit. Yep. The answers is there. Yeah. So I would say that's a key difference. If you got a big ass platform, if you got a big ass page, and you're not seeing that same type of traction, you gotta switch it up a little bit. Yeah. For sure. You gotta niche down with your interests. I would suggest getting on ChatGPT, getting some of them captions from there, tweaking it a little bit, get you some SEO from that end, and going from there. I still ain't figured out how to use the ChatGPT. That should be seeming like some crazy shit. Like I got to program it, and I don't know. I haven't got it to work for me. It's the cheat code. I heard it could do my clips, and I just tried to have it do it. I'm just like, I have to do my own shit. Oh no, I'll tell you what to use for your clips. Okay, so it ain't ChatGPT. You can. I personally haven't used ChatGPT for clips. I use ChatGPT for a lot of my captions, so I can get the SEO and my descriptions and shit for like YouTube and all that. That's what I use ChatGPT for. But I've had homies who've literally used ChatGPT to make logos and put them on a shirt and sold them. Okay. You feel me? That shit is a cheat code because if you're in competition with a nigga that don't use ChatGPT, you got yourself plus a supercomputer on your side.
It's like you gonna win. Yeah,
hell yeah.
So I do want to like kind of get more in tune with the AI and all that stuff because it is out there and it literally could help so much and be our personal assistant.
That shit's a cheat code.
Yeah,
for sure.
If I figure it out, I'm gonna be on top.
Yeah, but I think that's what niggas is missing, especially with them big pages.
Mm-hmm.
You need to niche down, show a little bit more of yourself, because that's what the algorithm is rewarding.
Be out yourself.
And shit, don't be afraid to be a little controversial. If you are controversial, you just should be showing all of that shit. And if you're not, get comfortable being controversial. And
this man has been very controversial. So let's talk more about what made you want to bring up the fact that I guess you have a lot of big woman hatred. You do not like big girls.
It's not even necessarily that I hate big girls. I'm just realistic. You feel me? What when you talk to most big girls, the only thing they want to talk about is their pretty face. And that's cool and all, but what about your fucking health? When the last time you were in full speed? You telling me that you're healthy at close to 300 pounds and you're 30 right now. Talk to me when you're 40. Yeah. Let me see let me see the quality of life that you're living being that big. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how pretty you are if you're not healthy. That's not what that's not what I'm on. You feel me? If you just looking for somebody to fuck on, yeah, for sure. Go get you a big girl. They got some good coochie. If you're looking for somebody for the long haul, you probably not gonna go for that because you're gonna have to take care of that bitch. Damn. Okay, so you have fucked on some big girls before. Yeah. And all realistic about that shit. It was mainly a fetish. Okay. Most niggas, look, majority of niggas is not going for the big girl just because they like big girls. They're going for her because she a fetish. Okay. They going for her because she got more ass than you can handle. Okay. And that's exactly what it is. What can you really do with all that ass? So you just like a lot of ass. Isn't this the pussy better of the big girls? I wouldn't necessarily say it's better, but it's definitely different. Like, you fuck a big girl, you hitting all walls. You might not even be halfway in that motherfucker. You hitting all walls, and you gotta work your way in that motherfucker. Mm-hmm. You fuck with a skinny bitch, they be having them fucking never ending hole of death ass fucking coochies. You ain't never hitting that back wall. You be balls deep in that motherfucker, still ain't hitting no goddamn back wall, all in our stomach and shit. Where the fuck is the back wall at? I don't like skinny girls. I don't like that shit. Yeah, I don't like that shit. Big girls, they can't take dick like that. I personally like that shit. I like to work my way in that motherfucker. So that's cool. Okay, I feel like I got a coochie. You gotta work. I got a fat coochie, so I feel like. Yeah, I like that. So my coochie is like an obese pussy. I feel. Oh, so your shit like a moose knuckle? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of lips on there. I've seen a lot of bitches with that shit too, but some of them big girls that moose knuckle be looking a little burnt. Oh no, they too fucking big. Oh no, I just got my coochie bleached, so I don't play like that. You got your coochie? Yeah, there's turmeric soaps and things and scrubs and all types of shit you can use to keep a nice even skin tone. So highly recommended. Also, is that how you prevent from the back of the thighs and all? Oh yeah, like burnt toast. Oh yeah, I put in my coochie area, my thighs, in between my booty. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because it be a lot of girls, and they be doing these photo shoots and all twerking and shit, all in the story, and then the back of their thighs look like a burnt piece of toast. Yeah. Or the back of somebody's neck they've been out in the sun too damn long. No, it look crazy when it's too dark. Yeah. But they be like, oh well, I had a cute face at least. No, fuck all that. What about your body? So what was it that you said that was so controversial that got a lot of big women upset? Because I know, like, I've heard of Michi Blue. I've seen her on Instagram a lot. I don't know her personally, but I did see that y'all got into it. Yeah, what's crazy is I know Michi personally. I've been knowing Michi for over a decade, and really in actuality, I had seen her maybe like a few months before we had got into it. The thing I know about Meech is whenever the topic of weight comes up, she's a little sensitive about that shit. So I gave it a pass. I left it alone. But I don't do good when you still keep talking. When I'm quiet, I'm like, all right. But you still talking, then I'm going to go back in. So really what it started with was me making my usual jokes. And they jokes too, but I be kind of halfway serious. But I'm going to make funny. I'm big on shame.
Okay.
Let's bring Shane back. Fuck your cute ass face, nigga. Go get in the fucking gym and be healthy. You feel me? So I was making a few of my jokes, and she felt a certain type of way about that shit. And
I mean, how vulgar were these jokes? What exactly did you say?
I'm very vulgar. Oh, this is what I said. I was trying to remember. I said a BBW was the easiest thing to get, and that started up a little bit of controversy, which is true. Look, I can't speak for everybody, all men and shit, but let's look around and look at it. A lot of niggas might be with a big bitch, but that's probably wasn't his first choice. And if he had it his way, he probably want that bitch to slim down.
I mean, I feel like I've always had like a kind of a ratcheter group of friends, but I would say the big friends that I ever had, like I only known a few like big girls. They always have a nigga. Like they be up on the apps like POF and shit, tag. They be getting it in. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. They be having niggas. Like they be having more niggas than me most of the time. Or I never really know a big girl to be single. Like I feel like they always have a nigga, and it's different niggas usually. But they got some niggas.
Yeah, of course. Cause niggas wanna fuck.
Yeah, skinny ass nigga too.
Yeah, niggas wanna fuck, and when they like the poochie, they end up saying. Cause a lot of niggas really ain't clear like that. They can't go and get the bitch that they really want, so they gonna stick with what they got.
But there's men that really do love big women. That's their thing. They love it. They want to marry it. They want to be public with her. I mean,
there's not that many.
I feel like there's
the vast majority. The vast majority of men, if you give them a choice,
he loves this big woman to death. He ain't going nowhere.
Cool. If you line up the vast majority of men and you put two women next to each other, a more slim, healthy one. And when I say a slim one, the bitch don't gotta be skinny, just be healthy. Yeah. You can still be close to 200 pounds and still be healthy. Right. Now, when you 260 like LeBron and shit, your heart is overworking. You cannot convince me that your heart is not overworking. Yeah. At 260. So you got that slim, healthy one right here, and you got that big one right here. 9 times out of 10, niggas gonna pick her to wife. Why? Because unless this girl changes her habits, not only is she probably gonna be a patient in the future, she gonna birth you out some kids that's probably that's gonna have diabetes and shit, or it's gonna be obese, because things like diabetes and obesity is transferred from the parents' lifestyle, nothing else. Right. So why would we pick that person? It's just, I guess it's like, it's someone for everybody. So you do have, like, I guess the majority would go for the healthy girl, obviously. But then you have the ones that, like, specifically want a big girl. Like, maybe they want someone to take care of. I don't know. I feel like it's a control thing, too. I feel like motherfuckers be liking that shit. Like, yeah, true. Yeah, you be seeing on 600-pound life, the motherfuckers don't ever be single. They be having a spouse that be feeding the fuck out of them. Every time, bossing around for food, and they be getting that shit quick for them, whatever they want. Feeding their ass. Man, that nigga's crazy. They love that shit. And niggas probably got a mental illness. Cause who the fuck? And even men, like, men be wanting me to gain weight. Man, that was crazy. Niggas don't care about you. All they want you to gain. I know. Like, that's what I said. They don't care with me. That's why I don't listen to no man that would ever want me to gain weight. I don't even like men that overfeed me. Like, what are you trying to do? You trying to be gain weight? You know, you're already a good size. So if a nigga coming in trying to make you bigger, then it's like, nigga, don't give a fuck about you. He just want to fuck. He want he want that finish that I was talking about. He want that ass to get bigger. He want that ass to get that's it. Well, I will say I do gain weight very pleasantly. It do go very much to my ass a lot. So it ain't like, I'll be sloppy with it. I wouldn't let myself get sloppy though, because I'm a sex worker. Yes, yeah. I seen that when I was doing my research. I'm very thorough. I'm smart. I do my research and all that shit. Oh, but Mish though, we got into it because of the post about the BBW is the easiest thing to get, and I do stand by that because I do still feel like they are the easy pickings. But her whole point was how are you gonna bash big girls and you like big girls? She decided she wanted to put herself out there, that me and her had a thing going on at some point. And my point is, and still is, and I still stand by this shit. I can talk about y'all big girls all I want to, whether I done fucked with or fucked a lot of y'all. And I have. I've been in relationships with girls that was two something, 240 and all that shit real cute and all that. I done been there and did that. I'ma still say what the fuck I gotta say, cause I'll still stand on that shit, nigga. I need to get healthy. I was on her ass shit. I was on her ass too.
So you wouldn't seriously date a big girl who was, borderline unhealthy.
If you're on this whole
borderline diabetic.
If you're on this whole fat acceptance movement, this whole, just accept me for who I am at this size, love the skin I'm in type shit, no. The fuck out of here. We not doing that. We all about health and wellness over here. I'm a family man. I want more children. You're not gonna birth me out some children that I gotta worry about having diabetes or being obese just off the strength of your lifestyle. We ain't doing that. That's not happening. So just because you put out there that we fucked at some point, or that don't prove no points. I'm still talking. I still got a valid ass point. Well, all you did is just put yourself out there that I smashed. Thank you. Shit.
I hope any nigga I fuck with, I hope he accept me for my body and just love me. And if it get better, then cool. And if it's like, if I gain a couple pounds, I hope he still love it.
Let me see, I love it. I love it. I appreciate you. Yeah, no, that part of it, I need to work. That is something I do need to work on. Cause I'm not a just accept any other thing type of nigga. If I feel like there's some room for improvement, I'm gonna want some improvement. I need to work on, if I'm gonna fuck with a female, I need to accept them for who they are right now, and then if they do progress into more, excellent. But if not, then hey, I've accepted this, and this is what I want. Me, they be damn near perfect, be demanding perfection. That's something I gotta work on. Kind of like loosen the reins up a little bit. I'm like that with myself.
Yeah. I can tell you're very hard on yourself, so I can see you being probably a little harder on a woman too. You want her to have that motivation.
Yeah. And I gotta work on that because you be hard on a woman, she hardens up, and it's like you don't have some of them soft qualities that you want and you need from her.
You gotta get someone that's already motivated. See, that's why I'm not here to build no nigga up no more. I've been wasted many years trying to build a lazy nigga up that just will never be motivated like me. So he just didn't want it like me. Some people are cool just working 9 to 5 and just getting by and paying the bills and whatever and living that lifestyle. And some people just don't want to be rich. So if you really be rich and your partner is cool, just getting by, I feel like it's never gonna lie. A motherfucker like that not gonna understand why you working so hard, grinding 24/7. So that's why I know my partner got to be on the same shit I'm on. I don't know. Some people try to say I was a gold digger, but I wouldn't say that either. He got to grind like I do.
I wouldn't say that. I feel like you used the correct word. Was it was that alignment? Because I feel 100%. If you're dating somebody that's an entrepreneur, they don't want to just get by. They don't want just the bare minimum. They want it all plus a little bit more. So you gotta align with that somehow. Yeah. You can't just be on some. Oh well, I just wanna do a little bit. This is just enough, and no, I want it all. Yeah. I want to live good. I want to see how good life can get.
That's right. For sure. So, what are some of the things that irritate you as far as dating women in 2025? Because I know, like, women nowadays are more masculine. They starting to not give a fuck about niggas being more player, lying, cheating, not taking accountability is a big one that people like to talk about.
For sure. That's one thing that annoys the hell out of me. I should care about your health more than you. Why? Watch that, nigga. You're a woman. You should be the nurturer of the house in a relationship. Why the fuck do I care about what you're eating, about you working out, about all this type of shit, more than you? And you got kids at that. Yeah. That's gonna piss me off.
So for you, it's just like health and fitness, huh? That's just the main thing for you.
Health is wealth. Health and fitness, and also parenting. Yeah. There's a lot of women out here who are not focused on parenting, and that if we're dating, that's one thing that's gonna piss me the fuck off. Yeah. Do not bring me around and bring me around your kids, and you're not doing what the fuck you supposed to do. Yeah. It ain't all about clothes and babying them and all that other type of shit. No, nigga, you need to parent. You need to make sure, you need to steward them and make sure that they're going in the right direction. If your ass made the mistake and had a baby by a nigga that's not shit, then you need to make sure that your baby don't fall in the footsteps. Because there's already a generational cycle that they're gonna go through. You need to be there to intervene. Don't be there. and not do shit. That's gonna piss me off.
I mean, it's a lot of moms out here, I feel, that have kids for the wrong reasons. I think they just have the baby to try to keep the nigga. And when they can't keep the nigga, I feel like they kind of take that out on the kids sometimes. Like, I've seen it. I think it's fucked up. For real, for real.
It's a few women out here that are like that. I think a lot of their parenting techniques are misguided.
Yeah.
Because we're the adults of the prior generation that had the highest rate of single moms.
Yeah.
Now we're in a generation where we're in the highest rate of dads being present. But we still have a lot of women who were raised by single moms that have that single mom mindset. Right. A lot, same with niggas too. There's a lot of niggas out here that got that single mama syndrome, and they act like bitches.
That'd be the problem.
They fucking emotional.
Yeah.
When the hard times come, they're used to seeing their mom respond emotionally, so they do that shit too.
Or they're just spoiled and used to be a take care of by a woman. A woman does everything. So, you got the mom boys, or, the boys just sit at home and want a bitch to take care of them. A lot of times I feel like they were just overspoiled by a single mom household.
For sure.
Some of them single mamas, like, especially single black mamas, they gonna do it all for their kids. Like, you see them ones.
Yeah, off top, and you see it in the men. Yeah. You see it in a lot of men these days. Niggas don't be wanting to put in the work. Mm-hmm. That's why it's real easy to outwork a lot of niggas. Yeah. You put in a little bit of effort, you outworking half of these niggas because they not putting in the fucking work. Yeah. They want to sit at home and have a woman take care of them. There's nothing wrong with a woman taking care of you, but you gotta put in the work too, nigga. Yeah. You supposed to be putting her in position to take care of you. It don't necessarily have to look like you paying all the bills per se, but it still needs to be that. Yeah. Not just her doing everything plus taking care of your ass. Nigga, you don't no fucking kid. You a grown ass man. Yeah. It's supposed to be a partnership, I feel like. Yeah. A partnership be no liability to you at all. Like, yeah. It needs to be a partnership where everybody working to their strengths. But the people that's controlling as fuck though that want that. Like they want someone that can't bring nothing to the table so that they can control everything. And you do have that too. I feel like them are insecure people. I know. Insecure niggas. Types I can't fuck with. Insecure people. Yeah. Like, look, what's wrong with your girl getting money on? Yeah. Niggas think just because that girl getting money on that they can't steward the situation. The bitch gonna get up and leave. That's what it is. Yeah, nah. If your bitch really love you and she fuck with you, no matter how much money she making, she gonna fuck with you. Exactly. Better get some money. She gonna spend some of that shit on you anyway. Why not? And she's fucking with you genuinely out of love. A lot of women just gold diggers nowadays. You do got them lazy girls that's pretty that just get dolled up and look for a rich man that's gonna take care of them. And there's a lot of niggas that want that. Yeah. People need to align with the people that want the things that they want. Yeah. That's the main thing. It's people out here that's getting with people and trying to change who they are, change their personality. Mm-hmm. If this person is who they are at their core, you can't change that. Mm-hmm. You can tweak a few things, mold them a little bit like clay, but you can't change them at their core. Okay. Yeah. So, how do you feel about a girl that's like real nasty, like the first time fucking with her? Like, do you think like this girl is too damn nasty, like she fucking everybody, or do you like an extra freaky girl? I don't feel like fucking on the first date is. I don't feel like that make you like a hoe or anything, but don't act like, oh, I ain't never did this before. Like I ain't done. Like come on now. if I hit on the first date, it's probably some other niggas that did that shit too. I'm not saying that you did it every single time. You don't know that. Maybe you just that guy. No. And she was just that connected to you. No. Don't get me wrong. I got confidence, but no. People are their habits. Yeah. So if you didn't did that shit with me, you probably did it before. So I'm like, I ain't tripping, but don't fake the fuck with me. Just keep it real. So if she give it up on the first night, you think that she a hoe? This is something that she does on a regular. I feel like it ain't her first time. She probably do it on a regular, yeah. Yeah, see, I think that's fucked up. I'm a realist. But yeah, I'm not gonna think any less of you. But yeah, ain't nothing wrong with test driving the car. Yeah. The first day. I mean, I need to know up front what type of dick you dropping, because I got time to try to get to know you and shit if your sex ain't right. I like to fuck, so I need to know that you fuck. Yeah, same. I'm a accelerate to fail type of person. I want to know early what I'm working with, so So I know where to go with this.
Yeah, because I don't have a lot of time in my day anyway. So I just know when I do have that time and I'm trying to get freaky dicky, I want it to be proper.
Yeah, up top.
Yeah.
But what's freaky to you though? Because for me, I'm what most people will call Manila because I don't need all the extra shit. Like don't be trying to spit in my mouth and all the other shit. Fuck all that. I don't need all that. How good the sex is to me is how I feel about you. How well you carry yourself as a woman. That's how good the sex is gonna be for me. Cause how well you carry yourself as a woman is going your feminine energy is gonna be on 10. That's gonna recharge me.
So she's a baddie, but like she just lay there in bed just like a princess. Like no, that's lame.
Don't give me that.
There's a lot of girls that do that.
Yeah, but don't give me the starfish. I'm not saying that, but I don't need all the extras.
I think you do need some extras. It sounds like because I mean, she served her favorite role. She doing everything. She bad as fuck. You know, she doing everything right. But in the bed, she is a fucking starfish and just wants some head and just wants you to just fuck her, and that's it.
Well, a starfish can be taught.
Okay. So, but some girls don't want to do all that. I have friends that won't. They don't want to do none of that. They don't want to ride no dick. They don't want to throw it back.
Well, I can't do nothing with a woman that's not teachable in the first place. Okay. So you gotta be teachable. Okay. And I don't necessarily like a girl that's already a porn star coming in because you're gonna be giving me another nigga blowjob. I might not like my dick sucked the same way the last nigga did. You could train me to suck your dick any way you want to. I'm not saying you personally, but I'm just saying, like, I'm very customizable. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't necessarily gotta be skills. I'm patient. You necessarily gotta be a pro. Just be open to some teaching. Okay, so how do you feel? Because I was looking up like dick sucking tips or something like that, and I think this is crazy. I've never done this before. Like a girl asking you, like, how do you like your dick sucked before they suck it? Most girls don't. Most girls don't ask. Hell no, they don't ask. I like that shit though. You like that? Hell yeah, cause ask me. Let me tell you exactly what the fuck I like. Cause you don't know. That's all right. So all right. So boom, the bitch giving you head. She look up at you. How do you like your dick sucked? What are you telling her? What are the instructions? I'm gonna tell her what she doing good. I'm gonna give her some confidence, and then I'm gonna tell her do this. But more than likely, she ain't even started yet because she asking you like before she even started. How do you like your dick sucked? But before you even start, take your fucking time. Do not rush. Go slow, as slow motion as possible, and go deep. And then I'll tweak you from there. Okay. Take your fucking time. I don't like I'm not all that super fast shit. Miss me with that. Okay. Take your fucking time. Okay, slow like motion. Super slow. Slow motion from you. Twist that head, get deep on it. Okay. Get deep on it as possible. So I can relax. Don't be a blind, do your thing. Yeah. I'm gonna for sure tell you, because if you're doing something I don't like, I'm gonna say you not to not do that and do what I like. Oh. I might have to try that then. I never asked, but like everyone be just like, damn, like whatever. I think I have a technique, a pretty cool technique. Yeah. That just is like it is kind of like my default setting. Like it's kind of like the default technique. Like this is the one that everyone tends to like. Yeah. This is the motion that people are cool with. I mean, I have I love sucking dick. So when I suck dick, like I feel like I do it a little bit faster, like instead of super, super slow. But I'm not like super, super fast either. I think I keep a nice flow. Are you one of those girls that get turned on by giving head? Yeah. Yeah. That's my thing. But it's also like the man too, like and how he's reacting to it. Like if you're just like a still ass nigga, like I feel like, I start questioning myself, like it's the head. You like them moaning ass niggas? Not moaning too much like a little bitch, but like, yeah, make some noise. Be like, oh shit, like eyes roll back in your head, like head popping up, like you like, god damn, like so you tell me, damn, you can suck a dick, like you like that Shannon Sharp type of sex. Like you like to talk you deep and all that. No, I don't want you to like a fucking Billy Goat and all that crazy shit like what he was sounding like. Yeah. Shannon Sharp. That's how my older clients sound. Maybe some of them. I've heard some. Being in sex work and just being a hoe, I've heard some people have some crazy ass moans. I've heard like men just scream like when they bust it up. It's so scary. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, like just like screaming like. So you're not really a fan of like the chatter during sex? I mean, I like some talking. Yeah.
You know, definitely. You know, especially if you're doing your thing in the pussy, you know. Talk that talk. But if you talking that talk and you ain't backing it up, then it's like, nigga, shut up.
Yeah, no, I'm not a talker. I don't like to talk.
I don't like tricky stuff. Like, this is the best dick you ever had, huh? Like, if it's not, then don't do that.
That be my thing with the talking. Like, what the fuck is there even really to say for real? Like,
damn, this pussy good. Yeah.
I mean, I'm up in it. My dick hard, ain't it? Like, what I need to tell you that is good. You don't.
Yeah, I need to know.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not.
That was a good pussy right here.
I might tell you guys to turn the fuck over or some shit like that. But
no, you need to tell me it's good. I think everyone tells me it's good.
You gotta tell you.
Yeah. Yeah. Or tell me it's tight. Tell me it's something. Wet. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm not a chatter type of nigga. Like you can talk to me, mom, do all that shit.
You seem so serious, or just stiff. Yeah.
I want to
stiff in the pussy ass.
I like serial killer sex. I'm talking. Well, you can talk to me. I'm not gonna talk to you.
What if you're making love? This is your bitch. Like, your bitch, your woman, your queen.
Well, we probably
I said, I love yous. Is it, you know?
Well, we probably gonna be kissing or something.
Or you gonna say, like, I love you?
Maybe.
This my pussy. Do you take ownership of the pussy? Because, like, you gotta let a bitch know, son, this my pussy.
I gotta tell you.
I be letting people know this their pussy.
If you
and they know I fuck other people.
If you fucking with me, it's mine. I gotta give you a reminder.
Yes, because that's just sexy as fuck during sex.
Yeah, I feel it. Some people like to chat.
That's powerful.
Words are powerful.
Yeah,
they really are. I ain't talking to you though.
Okay.
Even if you
I'm gonna talk a little bit. I'm gonna tell you that's some good dick. This shit is fire.
You can talk to me.
I'm on like a black woman for sure.
You can talk to me about it.
I don't do too much.
So yeah, so how did you end up getting into sex work and things of that nature?
Probably like, cause like growing up and shit, like after foster care, I was homeless and stuff. And even though like for a while, like I wasn't like trying to be a hoe, I was trying to do like any little job I could get or whatever. Life is just hard. So it wasn't like I was fucking for like just random guys, kind of like that would just talk to me, but I knew he probably had like a little something, some money. I was like asking for motel rooms, and I was just like, "Look, if you want me to fuck you, I will." Like most of the time, like dudes would be like, "No, like it's okay." Like, well, I'll be in fucked up positions like that. So I think like eventually they're just dealing with this like the different type of guys, like just being on the streets, you know. Like guys was just like basically looking at me, my body. I didn't really have shit. And just like, you could make a lot of money being a hoe. So like I had like guys put me on the blade, like trial runs to just see like how many cars are.
You've been outside.
Yeah, I've been on the blade for. That's where I started at. But really, I never made no major money or anything on the blade. Like it wasn't when I started making major money until like the net came out, like the internet. So like Backpage and all that shit. Gotcha. Yeah, so once I started posting on that, that's when I really started like making 1,000 or better nights, and that's when I was like, okay, like this is for me. Like this in-call shit is for me.
Oh, so you've been in the game for a while.
Yeah, but like on and off, like it wasn't like I was always a hoe. Like my job worked on other things. I've worked other careers. Yeah. So like oil refinery careers. I'm a realtor now. So
okay, you sell houses and shit too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So is that like your ultimate goal?
Yes. So I think my ultimate goal is to change my circle, which is what I've been doing. So, because that's what I've been seeing. It's like I had the wrong circle, and that's kind of where you start. So it's been really hard, even though I've been getting out there and networking and stuff. I just became a realtor, so the economy is really bad right now. So I feel like I kind of put it on pause right now, and just working on my podcast, changing my circle. Already, I've been meeting more elevated entrepreneurial people, homeowners, and like becoming friends with those type of people. And I know that when the time is right, I could get back into my real estate again. Yeah.
Oh, so you put the real estate game on pause?
Yes.
Okay, got you. So what is your like ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal is just to be successful financially. I don't know what would elevate more for me because like I love my podcast. Like it's something I'm passionate about. It's something I don't even see me stopping or anything. But I do feel like through this podcast, I've been more pushing like my OnlyFans and doing content. And I don't know how far that would get for me because like it seems like people really like my content a lot. So sometimes like more than my podcast, which kind of like sometimes I wish people cared more on my podcast. I think it's really dope when people do watch it, and people do really enjoy it when they watch it. But initially, if it's like if I ain't butt naked on the podcast, I feel like people just don't want to tune in. Like they're completely uninterested. Like they'll just tune it out, and that part can be frustrating.
I feel like people still are and will be interested in the podcast. It's just with podcasting, ain't nothing gonna be more interesting than a woman being naked. Of course.
I mean, I want to be like that.
On the podcast?
Yeah, so but that would have to probably be like that more solo and then start that way. So that's kind of like plans, and that's why I'm kind of like, do I want to keep having guests and just doing interviews? I do want to keep having the guests come on, but I'm really am trying to niche out like we were talking about earlier because I found my target audience. And although I get a lot of like music artists, and it's a great audience, and I still would gladly represent any music artist, it's kind of like yeah, it's like that audience. Like when I go out with music artists and I network, like people really don't fuck with me for real. Like, cause I'm because of the hoeing and stuff. Cause I'm a 304. So a lot of people are like maybe not never saying it to my face, but kind of like behind my back. Oh, she's a hoe. So people are already kind of like not fucking with me, or I don't know. I just got a lot of like hatred I felt when I would go out to those type of like venues with the music artists and shit in LA. However, I found the swingers, like porn stars. When I go to their events, their parties, they love me. I can just be myself. Like, hey, I'm a whole podcaster. They love me. They like, wow, like, like they love hoes.
Yeah, I would think that the music artists, the rappers, I feel like they would fit in. Well, you would fit in right in with them.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There's certain people that do fuck with me, and that's why so many different people have came on my show that aren't even sex workers at all. I barely had sex workers come on my show, which is crazy. But they just
they don't be wanting to talk.
They just or they just have a lot of shit going on. I have a lot of girls that deal with like maybe like gorilla pimp type of niggas or just real controlling type niggas, so they don't want to come over here. Also, too, like for me, really, like I'm having a hard time really getting a young host to really fuck with me because I'm just like an escort. I just do a good job, like I just provide a good service. I get my bread. I give, saying I'm a top provider, so that keeps my rep high. You feel me? I'm not out here just robbing tricks and on burnt shit. Like I'm old now.
No Cardi B shit.
No, I'm not on no Cardi. That's that young hoe and shit. Don't get me wrong. If you're a young hoe and that's that, I mean, whatever. But like, I am way too grown for that. Like, I'm just trying to just get my dollars. I got regulars now, so it's kind of like I'm locked in. Yeah. They come see me. Most of the time, it's people that I've been knowing for years now. So it ain't even. It's just so cool. Like once you get built up to like it just by doing proper business, you be like, yeah, it's locked in. So
one of the questions I did have for you.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing my research and shit. We podcast, we guys do our research. A big part of your brand is basically is the hoeing, but more so basically being like a proud hoe. But what I wanted you to kind of explain more of that to me, because when I hear proud to me implies that you want to be an inspiration to others. So is that more so what you mean by being a proud 304, or is it more so just being proud and you doing your thing as an individual?
Okay, so to me, being a proud hoe is because like with a lot of hoes that they feel like they can't be proud about it, or a lot of girls are hoes and they just hide it. Mm-hmm. Like there's girls that are hoeing right now that you do not even sure, don't even know at all that they're hoes at all. 100%. They would never even tell you.
100%.
So I felt like I was like that too. Like I wasn't always like just out there with my hoeing and shit, or I would have had a following in the fan base, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. But becoming a podcaster, and everything, I just changed the standard of that. I was like, fuck it, I'm a proud hoe. And honestly, it's not like people, like, there's people that don't fuck with that, obviously, but I'm surprised at the type of men who have came in my life that do fuck with it in a positive way too, not in a, a shady way, like just trying to pimp on me. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like pimps haven't even been wanting to knock me like that, like not in a regular ass pimp. Like, I'm on my own shit. Like, niggas see what I'm out here doing. Like, I'm not out here just on fuckery. Like, I'm not just an easy old goofy bitch, just easy not. Like, you not get me with some pimping, but you probably not. But if you are, you got to be some real high end established pimping, like with some real shit, where I could just leave everything moving with you, mansion, gang of hoes. Like, I'm not about to be the only one out there working and slaving. Like, nah. Especially in this economy, you need about 20 hoes to even be like really making some dough, like for real, for real. So yeah. So yeah, but just being a proud hoe. So it was really what it was. Proud hoe was kind of a trolling moment for me too. On top of me just being a proud hoe naturally, but it was a meme I had seen that this bitch had posted, and it had said something about imagine being in your 30s and being a proud hoe, which probably had triggered me in a way. I'm like, I was like 31 at the time, and I'm like, shit, I am a proud hoe. So, I was like, fuck it then. I'm just going to title a Parley proud hoe, and like, I even had like some merch like with proud hoe on it, but they got fucked up, so I never really was able to sell it. I'm looking at it right now, but it's but yeah, it got fucked up. I got some new merch coming, but hush hush, I ain't dropped it yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fire.
Yeah, got a new little piece coming, so I think I'll fuck with it.
Okay. So basically the proud hoe movement was more so about just being proud to be you, being out there about being yourself.
Yes, and just being a hoe, not giving a fuck. Yes, like I fuck lots of men, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I do. I used to be more on like out there on Instagram with it, but lately Instagram's been really strict and really tripping. So I haven't even been posting like that. I've been like on the hush hush because it's hard for me to post normal stuff because I'm not satisfied with me ever looking normal. I like looking slutty or nasty, and then it's acceptable for me to post. So I just be like, fuck, I'm just not gonna post nothing.
Yeah, you probably. Yeah, that's what I was talking to with this photographer about, because he's a photographer for a lot of OnlyFans models.
Yeah.
And he has a big page, but it was kind of hard for him to get that traction because of the type of content that he has.
Yeah, Instagram and on that fuck shit, Yeah,
I was telling him that you just got to transition a little bit. You probably is gonna have to post a little bit more, probably more of the regular stuff, more of your like clips and stuff like that.
And we're closed now, so
yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, then just have them go on over to the Patreon or go over to the OnlyFans, and that's how you gonna get them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, did you have any other questions?
Yeah, I want to get more into this. Well, not even more into this proud hoe thing, because I seen the music video that you were in. I don't know if without a new music video. The one
yes.
The one with the it was like a U-Haul or something you was in.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
So that was I actually took so in New York, I know this porn production company, Well Boys, so shout out to Well Boys. But yeah, like they was just like fucking me off rip. I don't even have a lot of following and stuff like that. So I was planning a trip out there and I didn't really know what to expect, but he ended up saying he had a paid shoot for me. And so I was like, cool, like, like I'm down to do it. And like the plot was crazy. It was like, okay, it's gonna be the back of the U-Haul. It's like 20 degrees in New York, so freezing, feel me? And I'm just like, all right, but this sounds crazy, but I didn't know really who it was or anything. I'm just like, whatever it is, it sounds lit and it's paid. So I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm here to just do the job.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pulled up and it was super dope. I ended up being he goes, I'm super duper humble. I found out it was his music video. He's dropping a song, so I started hearing like you got to sell that pussy. So, I heard those things in the song, and I was just fucking with it off rip. But I was like, this was literally meant for me because he has a podcast and he's popping. Dirty Street Confessions. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but
check them out.
Major podcast, and he's wild on his shit. You know what I mean? So like, be fucking on there. I got a Patreon, so things that I want to do. So it was perfect for me, and then it was just like. Yeah, me and my boy Wreck-It Ralph, you feel me? We did our thing, and I heard the song, and I was just like, I'm gonna fuck on beat, like we gonna fuck on the beat, like for sure.
Yeah, that was one thing I wanted to say. That idea was excellent from a marketing standpoint.
Yeah, it did. His songs doing really well.
Yeah, the song is nice. Just that video is marketing genius because people are going to stop and watch that. They're gonna even if it's on social media, they're gonna stop and see what is she doing?
It almost hit 1 million views in just a couple days on Instagram. It finally got taken down.
I'm not surprised it hit 1 million. Easy.
Yeah, what's going wild? Everyone was seeing that shit.
You know what y'all probably gonna have to do? Y'all probably just gonna have to get a little creative. Like how I'll be seeing girls that do OnlyFans and they be like breastfeeding a baby or breastfeeding a fake baby to do they. I think it was the algorithm excluded. I mean, because at first he had a more censored version, and I guess it just wasn't enough. So he showed way more. I was like, this nigga is tripping. Like he's crazy. Like he gonna get banned and everything. But he still did it, and it went bananas. And I'm kind of happy that it was just like that short-lived viral moment because I feel like it's one that people remember, like for sure. Yeah, I brought out the BET Uncut vibes for sure. Yeah, shout out to him for that. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. So now that you have been kind of more out there with what you're doing, have you received backlash from maybe some of the people that are close to you? No. I mean, as far as starting this podcast, I definitely lost all my friends and shit. Like, my friendships aren't the same anymore with people. And, I'm just shifting to different groups and different like-minded people, other content creators. I've been really with the porn stars a lot. So, just really with them. And they're more like me now. So it's like, I finally found groups of people that are like me. So it's cool meeting my new friends because now it's like they're not looking at me crazy because I was always like the freaky one, the one that's always on some nasty shit. Sometimes my friends would talk about me behind my back, I'm sure, be like, oh, she's a hoe, or frown upon me because like most of my friends weren't hoes. So yeah. What about like family wise? So I know. Well, I don't have a strong family from the jump. I don't really have family, so it's like that was never really an issue. I recently don't see my kid now, so that's been really hard. Partially because my podcast, my grandma showed it to the court, and now I'm in a position where I haven't been able to see him. So that's been really hard. But I was depressed. I took a break and everything. I was fucked up. I didn't want to continue life, so I got myself out that hole. During my break and just did a lot of healing and stuff. And just, I had to just be like, for the first time in my life, and it's fucked up, but I just gotta, I gotta just keep doing what I'm doing and just focus all on me now. Like, I can't focus on that right now. And when things get better, hopefully things do take off my podcast and I can get in a position to where, like, maybe I could be so powerful financially that I could go in that court with whatever and just be like, look at my position now. I can take my kid. You can't tell me shit. Is that like a crossroads for you where you kind of have to make a decision? Like, are you going to continue this or? I don't know. See, for right now, I'm just gonna I've held back doing content because I was a mom and I never wanted to be on the internet like this. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I'm doing things that are completely out of my comfort zone, and really, I'm just trying to eat out here. Okay, like I'm trying to nowadays, I feel like with hoeing, you got to do everything. So I'm selling the content, I'm still escorting, like I'm doing it all, like just to make my bag, like. And you go eventually. Once you, I think I'll take off the content part. I think eventually I could start making more money. I mean, I just got a gang of subscribers, more subscribers from the video. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, when I seen, I already knew. Like from a marketing standpoint, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, everyone wants to know who I was, so, We ain't seen nothing like that since like Tip Drill. Yeah, even on Tip Drill, they wasn't doing that. Yeah, we executed that really well. That was a one take thing too. It wasn't like it was just, oh man. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too. Like doing something like that, it was one take. One take. So when it was just we would stop, we'll do the when I was writing him, so we did that, and then but literally to the next take, I'm giving him head, and then the next take bend over. So, but it's all in one take though, at the same time. So when people do shoots like that, is it? People say when they do porn, they be taking stuff so they can stay hard and do all that. Yeah. Is that like a real thing in the porn industry? Definitely. Yeah.
Definitely, these men be fucking all day long on set, having to keep a dick all hard all day long, 8 hours on some sets. You know what I'm saying? So dicks be sore. You know, they be fucking a gang of bitches. They did gangbang scenes, like all type of shit. DPs, fucking asses. So these niggas dicks do be sore. They be tired. You know, they nutted. You know, a gang of nuts. So they probably don't even have nut in them. So it's a lot, like especially the men have to do health wise, you know, taking vitamins, drinking lots of water, eating healthy, just all type of shit, and like they take all types of shit to stay hard too. It's not always natural because it's kind of hard to just always be hard like that naturally.
Yeah,
Dick may not always work. You may not always be turned on by the girl you fucking with either.
Yeah, I ain't even thinking about that. That makes sense.
Yeah, but you got to do the shot. So fuck it. You need a hard dick. You know, might need a pop a pill or whatever. Or there's even injections where men are. Yeah.
I've only seen like shit like that on TV shows. They're doing that on porn sets too, where they're doing like them injections.
Some.
Damn.
So it could be a thing. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine sticking nothing. Yeah, nowhere near that. Hell no. That's insane.
Yeah, they do that.
So what are they taking? Like Blue Chew, like that type of shit?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, get it done though. That's why I'm like the men, like they do so much, you know what I'm saying? Like the girls we do a lot too as far as getting pretty and glammed up, but like really the men, I mean definitely you gotta be able to fuck, you gotta be able to have stamina, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to have to me, in my opinion, a big enough dick, you know what I'm saying? So you can hit certain angles that looks good on the camera.
Well, what is a big enough dick for you?
Like for me in my personal life, like a cool 7 inches is all I need. I don't need all that dick in me. I don't even like all that dick in me.
So you're not one of them girls that like them.
Nah, you don't need to be all large like that. No.
7 inches is enough.
Yes, I'm a very tight pussy, crazy enough, but I prefer small. Always been like that too.
Is it true that women more so care about the girth opposed to
that is a thing? Yeah, I like girth now.
That's a thing.
Have some girth, and now yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know first, but I've heard that y'all prefer the okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. But I don't need to feel dick all the way up in my chest and my stomach, like all in the ribs. Like that's a lot to be taken. Now I will, and the spirit of the scene, I've dealt with some very big dick porn stars and had to take it. So, well, yeah, it was crazy.
Do you have a favorite position?
I like doggy.
That's your favorite position?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
And this what I want to know too, because I know like online it's like a running joke that coochie costs $40. But what is like the average, niggas is paying for some coochie? Like what are like the average rates, like 304 rates?
I mean, like, I feel like there is no average rate because it depends on what the 304 is. Now, on the streets, I feel like $100 is like what a high-end bitch would want to get out of the day. But realistically, you have bitches on the blade that's probably doing $40, $60. You know what I'm saying? So, depending on how bad you are, you feel me? If you're not up to that standard of $100, which is considered, I guess, a pretty good date on the blade, then that's crazy. Now, in an in call, I feel like an average for a decent hoe would be like, if a hoe starts like 500 an hour, I feel like that's like you're a pretty decent hoe. But then, I mean, you have hoes that will charge thousands too. And maybe they just offer more exclusive services too, where they charge it more.
Do you never have no horror stories?
No horror stories like that. Maybe one like I chased down the blade, which I talked about before in my podcast. But as far as like real world horror stories, like, nah. No.
So would you want anyone else to just make follow in your footsteps? So no.
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 No, I'm not here to tell all the girls to just go out here and just be hoes. Like, nah, that's not the case. I think if it makes sense for you though, like if you out here just fucking a whole bunch of people, like you might as well just go ahead and get into it and start making some money. Yeah, get some money out of it. But I mean, like, hey, like it's not for everybody. Like some girls just want to only be with one person. Like you have those ones that's not They don't want to fuck a whole bunch of guys. They just can't even do it. And if you're like that, well then no, you're not gonna really enjoy this life too much unless you become like a dominatrix or do something like that where men don't even have to touch you like that. You set the rules. You can do that too.
Yeah, but the fucking guys is more so your thing.
I do. I prefer that, like just a good old full service experience.
So what was it about that was like, well, about that kind of lifestyle that's enticing, like for you?
For me, I mean, it's just like sex and money, like that goes well with me.
That adrenaline rush.
I like to get paid to have sex. Like I don't know. It's like now it feels kind of empty just fucking for nothing.
Gotcha. So it ain't just that you like sex. You got a lot of money on with it.
Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like, I always like say, like, I always like have like one love interest at a time. I only have one heart. So if there is like a guy that I'm dating, then I might fuck him just because out of attraction and I naturally like that person. But for the most part, hell no. Like, I don't really date nobody. Nobody really get that card. So it's really just all business. It has been for like at least the last couple of years. Like solid, like nothing but business. Like every single person.
But for the most part, you're a thorough folk with feelings.
No.
No.
No. Not at all. I mean, not like I'm just a cold-hearted thrill. I mean, I care about my clients, especially the ones that's really locked in with me, that's been seeing me for a while, that see me regularly. Of course, like I care about them. I look at them as friends, really, like low key. Like it's just like, but it's still business at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as far as like the lovey-dovey stuff, that's only when like you out the game and you.
Okay. Yeah, when I'm ready for that. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
So right now you're in the game by yourself. You would be like, I guess what people would call a renegade on the street.
A renegade, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a renegade right now because I'm working on many things right now. So I need to focus on my endeavors. I already found my lane. I know what I need to do. So I'm actually probably on my way of retiring. Shit.
Okay.
I'm probably in that stage where like something take off for me. I might leave the game completely. You feel me?
Okay.
So yeah.
Let's see when the elevation out the game. That's type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I mean, I don't know. Will I stay in the game forever? I ask myself that all the time too. Because it's so engraved in me. Like I love the game so much that like it's gonna be hard for me. It's almost like an addiction. It's like crack for me. Like you can't even put me in environments where I know I could sell my pussy because then I might really want to do it. Like
right.
And may do it.
That makes sense. So really ain't you don't see really no settling down.
I mean, if I find that right man, I could see myself settling down. But I feel like too, like the person that I'm currently like kind of talking to, I feel like he doesn't stop my program, at least not now. Maybe I don't know, like if shit get deeper, then like, I don't know if that will change. But like from what I understand, like he like everything that I do, so it's like I don't feel that pressure to change. Like it would have to be like some real shit, like we about to be a family, we about to have babies, like then it's like, okay, like I can't just be out here like this. Like I need to be better. Like I need to maybe stop actually and just be a mom and be a good role model to my kids. So
is that's something you want? Or is it kind of like if it happens?
If it happens, like, I don't really, I'll keep it P forever if I have to. But I mean, I wouldn't mind settling down with somebody. Yeah, for sure. Because I know I'm going to get older. And when I get older, I feel like I just really want someone that's going to really just love me and be there to take care of me and just, just be there. Shit.
So you feel like it's best to wait until older, or you prefer to?
I think it's just like when I've achieved my goals and where I want to be as a woman to actually be the woman I want to be for my man. Because right now, I mean, I'm a lot. Like that's why I'm like, even like for anyone to deal with me right now and not be able to put up with it, I totally understand. Like it's like I know it's a lot dealing with me. Like fucking all the time and I'm getting this money and I got just porn stars fucking me and I'm very public about that. So it could be hard. Like it definitely takes a very secure man to fuck with that.
Yeah, I can imagine dating's probably hard, with your line of work and your certain lifestyle?
Yes and no. I mean, in the beginning, I feel like it was really hard, especially with the podcast, because I'm so public about things now. Whereas I feel like niggas used to fuck with me like more, but now I feel like this podcast, niggas really don't want to fuck with me because it's just so out there, and maybe people are worried about what people will say or whatever. But they're just like, fuck them niggas, because I've had some amazing ass men that came my way that shocked the hell out of me, that fucks with everything that I do and like it. So it's like, I like these porn stars that I'm meeting now. Yeah. They love every aspect to me. I don't have to, if I want to date a porn star, I don't have to stop being a hoe. They selling dick too. We could sell our shit together, you know, and make money. Like, you know, the more the merrier. So I'm seeing more, even swingers. You might have a swinger that don't mind his woman going around and fucking different men. We might like that shit and respect the hustle in that. So I'm finding those types, and like, I don't have to change nothing about myself if I don't want to. You know, so I guess I'll be ready to stop, you know, whenever I'm ready to stop.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. It's just about finding somebody that fits your lifestyle and your personality.
I ain't changing myself no more for no man. I'm done with that shit. I'm done with not even being my happy self, because I feel like I'm not even being me, and a person's changed me and shit like that. No. Like, you know, I want to, and I feel like I'm very happy. I'm very content in my life. You know, before I had a lot of like, you know, triggers, and I still have little triggers now, but I've learned to kind of like heal through my podcast and stuff. So I feel like now I'm a really like a good woman to be with. But you have to be able to deal with, you know, like the ways that I get money. But if you understand that this is really just business, like at the end of the day, and yes, like I care about them, they're just my friends, but that's what it is. Like I literally do not give myself romantically or my heart romantically to anyone else. Like, you know,
yeah.
Like if you have that romantic, you know, tie with me, then that's that. Like, and that's gonna be solid, you know, and I'm gonna let you know that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Yeah.
I definitely understand that 100%.
Yeah.
I do want to thank you for having me on the Pink Parley.
Yeah, thank you for coming through.
I want to make sure I want to invite you to the Just Business podcast, because we definitely got to do this again. This is a great conversation.
I will come through to the Just Business podcast. I would love to be on there actually, because I can talk about a lot of shit. Yeah, and I get to sit back and just chill.
Yeah, see, we've been looking for one of you to come through. Yeah, so we can interview you. You can come in and promote all your shit and all that. Yeah. It's a Just Business podcast.
I would love to. So definitely be looking out for me on Just Business podcast, y'all. Yeah. And then I guess we're ready to wrap on up. So you can go ahead and shout out your Instagram so I can follow you.
Yeah, I can follow me at Mr. Never Love 'Em. Follow Just Business TV on all social media platforms. You can catch me on all my shenanigans on Facebook at Calvin Mills or on Carlton Bills. That's where I do a lot of my BS. So if you like the BS, go ahead and come over to Calvin Mills on Facebook.
Okay, period. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed this realness. I'll catch y'all on the next parlay.